And we're live. Welcome. You got to give it a little bit. I just literally went live. Welcome to Trucking with the Hook podcast episode 1. Please forgive me. This is my first podcast. I don't really do podcasts. I did vlogs, but this is my first podcast. So, welcome to the channel. If you're new to the channel, hit that like and subscribe button for more content. My name's Richard. I'm the owner of Trucking with the Hook. And just a little bit about myself. I'm 40 years old. Mute it. And I need that muted. So I'm like I said, I'm 40 years old, and I'm 19-year driver veteran. No, I'm not military. I've just been driving 19 years. Um, I'm been an owner operator for a year and 2 months, a year continuously, and then several years ago, I tried it earlier on with a different truck, and that was for like 2 months. So yeah. So now you know who I am. So welcome to the channel, and hopefully we might make this a regular thing to boost it. This is a business venture for me. Maybe I can hope to monetize it, but we'll see. If you go through my channel, you also know I'm an avid rail fan. So even when I am on the road, I do like to do film the trains and stuff. I do have a second channel. If you go check it out with Canton, Cuba, and Western Railroad, that is my 7.5 inch gauge, 1.6 inch scale railroad that I'm building in my yard. So yeah, that's me. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna basically talk about truck driving stuff. I mean, and probably railroad and stuff. But don't butcher me too bad. This is my first podcast, first episode. So the reason why we're doing this is I don't know. I just you could only do so many vlogs of driving down the road. I mean, it gets kind of boring. So, plus my company that I'm leased on to, Creek Carrier Corporation, they started implementing social media policies. So, for the sake of my job, instead of using the GoPro on my dashboard, I decided to switch over and start doing this. So maybe I could try to get at least once a week in. But I do got a Facebook group with the same name, so it's Trucking with the Hook on Facebook. So feel free to join it. Always looking for new members. Um, so yeah. With that being said, so how's everybody doing? Hopefully you guys got good weather. We're in West Memphis, Arkansas. We're wrapping up the month of July, and then we'll be home probably Wednesday. So yeah. So if you're viewing this, say hi, and leave a like, hit that subscribe button. But I figured I'd run down some stuff. I had a pretty decent week this week. I grossed 9,000. I grossed $10,000, which has been my best week. And so um, so yeah, so uh, it's been my best week. Um, as being an owner operator, um, Creek Carrier might not pay the best, or I should say the most, but it's consistent. So, and then welcome to the everybody in the comments. Welcome. So, with that being said, it is getting better in our industry. Um, ICE is deporting a lot of drivers, and that's helping our pay go up. which is a good thing. We really needed this in the industry, and I think that it it's probably helped with our pay. We need to get the bad actors out. I'm not against immigrants having a license, but if you're going to come in the country, do it legally and, you know, go through it legally. That's what can I say? But I do like what the government's doing. They're going to get military veterans to get their CDLs and put them in trucks. And, and if you've driven trucks in the military, uh, then that'll count towards your CDL. So, so yeah. So that's a pretty good deal, I think. I mean, if you're down on your luck, but once you get your year experience in, if you don't have if you're not liking where you're at, come on over to Creek Carrier. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. They're not the best company. They're not the worst company. They've got their hiccups, and they but they're pretty good. They take care of their drivers. I've been here 10 years. Yes, I've left and came back, left and came back. And now that I'm an owner operator, I've actually basically get to do what I want to do. I mean, I pick the loads I want, I go where I want. I do a lot of cross country trips. Right now, we're looking for a lot of drivers. So here's kind of a plug. If you got over 1 year experience, safe driving record, and you need a job, contact Creek Carrier 1-800-998-2221 and use driver code HORRI, and they'll get you hooked up and hopefully get you a job that you can do. They've got regional. They probably got some local in some states and stuff. Regional, dedicated, and long haul. That's what I do. That's what I like. I'm an owner operator, but also since June and then tomorrow we're getting a pay raise of 4 cents. In June we got 3 cents, so we got 7 cents. So come on over. It's a good time to become a truck driver at Creek Carrier. So, like I said, this is my first podcast, so don't roast me too bad on it. Everybody in the comments, hi. Um, so yeah, so where are you at? Where are you from? Are you any truck drivers? Let me know. Also, the Def D-Rate software, actually, it's been implemented because I had my DEF pump go out when I was up in Jersey. And I took a load from San Bernardino, California to New Jersey. I got up to Jersey, and some friends of mine was kind of giving me hell for going to Jersey, or I should say Jerseyopolis. I went to Wallington, New Jersey, and well, when I left the customer, my DEF pump took a crap. So yeah, bad juju. So with that being said, I well, they changed my load. I was supposed to go to Pennsylvania down to uh, Alabama, but they switched it going to from Connecticut down to Memphis, Tennessee. Well, that's when it kind of hit. So we went up to Brantford Freightliner, Connecticut, and we got it fixed. Thankfully, it was under warranty, and that's another thing. If you got a newer truck, between 0 and 500,000, I highly suggest getting a extended warranty because it does help. It does help out a lot. Um, but with that being said, I think that if I didn't have it, it would have cost me an arm and a leg. So, but again, if you're new to the channel, hit that like and subscribe button. My name's Richard. So, like I said, this is my first podcast. So I'm trying to do that to get my channel up. So if you could help me get my channel up, that'd be awesome. Um, how do you guys like them electric uh how you guys like them electric trucks? I mean, what do you think about them? Do you think think Tesla will mass produce these things like Freightliner and uh Peterbilt and all them? I'm not a fan of the Tesla. I think they're butt ugly, but I did see one. I forget what it was several years ago. I was out in Arizona and I seen an electric cab over. And I really wasn't too impressed, but it looked like a European truck. And I thought that was kind of interesting. I think we should start putting a lot of cab overs back on the road. So, um, so yeah. So, hopefully you guys are doing okay. There's a new anti-fraud bill in the Congress that will give uh, drivers up to 20 years in prison if they're illegally here, penalize the carriers, and that is targeted to the chameleon carriers. So uh, if if you're a driver, I highly suggest contacting your local representatives and letting them know you're in favor of that bill because we need to preserve American jobs for drivers and stuff. I mean, it's pretty hard, in today's day and age. So I think if you could all do that. Capacity is tightening, and pay is on its way up throughout the entire industry. So that's pretty good. Like I said, Creek Carrier's given 7 cents from June until August, so that's good. And if you haven't done so, September is a driver appreciation month. You might as well say so. If you see a truck driver, shake their hand, tell them you appreciate them. Um, but yeah, um, hopefully we'll get better at doing these lives and stuff. I don't really know what else to really dive into. Um, I want to speak on something. How many of you think we should get foreign manufacturers in here to compete with the local um, competitors, like the local manufacturing for tractor trailers? I learned some stuff that I did not know. That Volvo is a is from Switzerland. I did not know that, and I know there's a guy named Bruce Wilson, and he brought a Scania over. Well, he didn't bring it over. Let's be perfectly honest about this. Bruce Wilson did not bring over that truck whatsoever. What he did is he bought a used Scania, and he admits that he was only trying to do it for his channel, get some likes and views and stuff, and that kind of turned into its own little thing. And um, well, when he started making content with it, I mean, he found, I guess, over in Europe, everybody knows the trucks. I guess they knew this one truck and everything, and and stuff, and he kind of inadvertently ticked some people off. Uh, when he cut the top of it off, which okay, I don't blame him because they kind of got their own trucking culture as well. But he bought another Scania up in Canada, and brought it to the United States. And I guess Scania themselves was wanting to try to see what the American market was like for their trucks. They've got engines over here, but they wanted to test the market. So they got online onto YouTube and they saw Bruce Wilson with these used Scanias. Now, they reached out to him and like, hey, and you would you like to do this or that? And then he flew over there, toured it, and asked like, well, can we bring a Scania over? And they're like, well, I doubt it, but we could ask. Well, all along, I think they've already approved it before he actually even asked. They're just wanting them to jump through the hoops. So they asked, they said yes. They went through and he spec'd the truck out like as if he was buying it, but he was forbidden from actually owning it. So you go to his channel, Bruce Wilson, and he's got the whole dialogue. But what I find interesting is that when they finally got the truck over here, there was a lot more people that was interested in the truck. Now, I myself actually got to view the truck in person, met Bruce Wilson, and it was okay. I mean, a little dry, I guess, but since he wasn't up in the truck or excited about it, I don't know, he just kind of monologued. But I asked him directly, I said, hey, are you trying to bring the Scanias to the United States? And he said, yes. Now, I will say I don't like how small the cab is, but the um, but the technology, they're way ahead of us. I mean, they probably had the electronic parking brake way before we ever did. So, it's just like they had some, like, they're probably a good 10 years ahead of us, maybe. And I started thinking about it, and I go, well, why don't we have cab overs? I mean, yeah, I know their reason why they have them because the link laws over in Europe, they could only build it out so long. But I think, you got all these guys dragging old, old cab overs, like 1980s, 1970 cab overs out of junkyards just to get around a ELD mandate so they don't have to have ELDs, which there's good and there's bad with ELDs. But instead of spending all that money to restore an old cab over from a junkyard, why don't we just build? I mean, I know the older generation wants long hood. I get that. Why don't we build 50-50? Like Volvo is a Scania, or not Scania, but Volvo is a uh, Swedish company, and yet they came in through white trucks, and they're all over. I think if Scania was to bring their 730S long lines, I would love to buy one. I mean, the technology is great. Um, I think that if they brought it over, not only will the immigrants that immigrated from Europe that are used to driving those trucks will probably buy the crap out of them, but you'll get younger guys like me and some other guys that like the technology will probably be interested in. Plus, if you do the long lines, that gives us the more space and stuff. So I think that would be really good. So with that, I really think that the long lines would probably do decently, and I would like to see the long lines come. Now, if you don't know, Scania is owned by Volkswagen. MAN Trucks is owned by Volkswagen. International is now owned by Volkswagen. Volkswagen's commercial subsidiary is Triton or Triton Group, which um, owns all three. Your brand new Internationals They don't have an American drivetrain, you know, except for the ones with the Cummins. The new Internationals are a mix of Swedish and German design. The S13, it's not American. It's European, like, it's European by far. So what I think is going to happen, and this is just my opinion, is that Scania might do the same thing that Volvo did when white trucks went out of business back in the 80s, I think. They're going to come in and, or they came in, took over the white brand. They already had the dealer network, and then they're going to go ahead and slip in that way. Now, I don't really see International going under, but I do see maybe within the next maybe 5, 10 years. I mean, I could be wrong, but this is just my guess that Scania could do the same thing. That they're going to come in under the Navstar brand, and you're going to start seeing these Scania trucks popping up at your international dealership. Because A, they've already got the engine into the country. It's already emission test. It's already approved for the United States market. The only thing they need is the cab over design and stuff like that, and bam, they're in the market. Drivers are already saying how much they like the new engines and stuff. So if that's the case, Scania will be in American markets with, I'd say, between 5 to 10 years. I would prefer to see them here quicker, but yeah, I don't know what it takes to break into a foreign market. So I'm just the driver, but yeah, so that's what I have to say on that aspect. I would like to see a cab over design because when I was born, cab overs were king of the road, and for the people that know me, they know that my dad drove a cab over. I came home in the cab over and stuff. So, and then they they migrated to the conventional. Well, now don't get me wrong, I like a conventional. So if I can't get a Scania, I'll probably go to a 589 Peterbilt. But if they start doing some wonky crap with the Peterbilt, by the time I get ready to buy my next truck, I'll probably stick with Freightliner and stuff. But I would like to see a modern cab over design in the United States. But yeah, so, and then, so yeah. But I guess I beat the dead horse on it. But yeah, I mean, if you guys like this, hit that like button. I'm gonna try to do more of these. Maybe have some guests on later. Invite my brother. Invite some friends on. You know, make it a fun time. I mean, if we get enough viewers, I'll probably make this a regular thing. But right now we're testing the water. This is my first episode, so we're probably all over the place. So yeah. So yeah, like I said, if you're watching, say hi. Tell me if you're a truck driver or not. Tell me where you're at. If you are a driver. And yeah. But I tell you what, today we was coming through Memphis and I seen a wreck. It was pretty interesting. It was a RV went through the Jersey wall right where US 51 comes into I-40. And they smashed the hell out, ripped the under half the frame out from underneath their trailer they was riding. I mean, they look like they were okay, but that camper it's got to be totaled. I mean, the right steer tire was gone. I mean, it was pretty bad. I mean, I don't know what happened. We was trying to guess what was going on. And so, yeah. But if you're in the comments and you see Pug Lover 89374, that's my wife. she's watching, even though she's like literally right next to me. And here we'll show you. Say hi. Everybody wants to see the star of the show. So yeah, this is where we're at in West Memphis. So. I thought you were the star of the show. Well, you are now. All right, put you back in the holder there. Flip you around. I can't be the star of the show. You're the star of the show. It's a podcast. Well, you are with me, so I'm you. I'm a smart ass wife trying not to laugh my ass off. Oh, you're the smart ass wife trying not to laugh your ass off. Would you like to be clued in on this? Just did. Well, I could always bring you into the broadcast. Okay. My wife's got camera shy. She's really camera shy. Like the good little wife Uh-huh. And giggle when you find something humorous. So, like I said, this is my first podcast. Look, you can see your face. So yeah, so this is the first one. It's probably all over the place. I've never really done a podcast. I've done vlogs, and like I said at the beginning, I've done a lot of vlogs, but after a while, I kind of run out of ideas to vlog about. So yeah, I know. I gotta. I look fresh. yeah, yeah. I gotta go take a shower later. So do laundry. So but yeah, that's. I ran out of ideas really, and really, how many times can you like look down the road? I guess. I mean, before you run out of ideas. I mean, I try to keep it fresh, but I'm running my business and stuff, and it just, I don't know, I get, but also part of the other reason why I decided to kind of step away for a little bit is because Crete had put out some policies, and I decided, well, maybe once a week podcast would be better. So, but I will say that um, this is probably going to be a little bit better format and stuff. And hopefully I'll get better at doing this. So this is just my first one. So, but like I said, if you're watching, say hi. Let me know where you're at. If you're a truck driver, went through some weather today, so we did pretty good. We ran about 8,000 miles this month. We went from coast to coast. So, what's your favorite truck stops? Where do you like to eat? Share those with us. So, yeah. You keep telling everybody to say hi. So I did. Like 3 times, right? You keep saying. All right. Do you not keep saying say hi? Right. Uh, so we got 5 viewers. Nope, now we got 1 viewer. Oh, we got 4 likes. uh, so I'll tell you what. Once you get the right truck and you're not worried about it crapping out on you, this owner operator thing's not that bad. So I really enjoy being an owner operator. I don't think I could ever go back to being a company driver. I really don't. I really like doing what I'm doing. If you guys don't know, I have one arm, so I've had a lot of difficulties in the industry getting um, getting a job that would take me seriously or pay me serious enough for what I do. And that's been Crete Courier. They've for the most part, I mean, I've had my ups and downs with them, but for the most part, they've done pretty decent. So yeah. But it is, it is what it is. But now that I'm an owner operator, I don't ever see myself going back to a company driver. I like the freedom, and I like what, what I do. So, but wow, we've managed to make it to 30 minutes. How about that? If you got any ideas about subjects, ideas we could do for a future show, put it down in the comments below. Um, so yeah, maybe I'll get some guests on with me, some friends come do this. Maybe the wifey wants to come on here.
No.
So, so yeah.
I'm the voice in the background. I'm not on the camera, okay?
You're camera shy.
I get to be the wise ass in the background. That's all I get to be. I get to sit in the background and chuckle at all the little mistakes you make. And annoy the crap out of everybody on there by saying hi a bazillion times.
See? So every time I do this, you're gonna comment from home, are you?
That depends on the comment.
Uh-huh. So yeah, like I said, we got a Facebook group. It's Trucking with the Hook.
Hey, look at it this way.
Group.
I'm your #1 fan.
I know, right? Trucking with the Hook Facebook group. Go check it out, join it. If you haven't checked it out, we also got a page for the railroad, Can Cuba and Western. Hit that like button over there. Also got a YouTube channel, Can Cuba and Western. When I'm not trucking, I'm usually doing that. I do make content when I'm home for that. Um, so yeah. So the next time you'll probably see me. We might be on our way to Vermont. We'll be probably in our personal vehicle. But most time I'm in the rig. So yeah. Um, we do have stickers. If you know, I I got stickers of the of I'll show you here. Alrighty, we got Trucking with the Hook. Hey, babe, I already got it. We got Trucking with the Hook. We got me as Captain Hook, and then we got Can Cuban Western Railway. If you want any of these, put a comment down below. Send me a private message, and we can maybe send you out a sticker. Also, uh, we will be going to the Mid America Truck Show in March. Uh, if you go to that, let us know. We might even do a podcast from the show. That'd be cool. Be live at the Mid America Truck Show. And stuff like that. So, but anything you want to add? Yeah.
Not that YouTube wants to know.
Really? So, if people don't know, this is my wife, Kelly. Say hi.
Hi.
So,
Excuse me, I'm not supposed to be on the camera. Only you are.
really?
Yes. Now take your little camera and turn it back around. Turn it back around.
Shit.
Now with my foot you dropped it on
No.
you. Good going, Ace.
Hey, it's our first show. There's got to be some comedy on it.
I can give you plenty of comedy.
Right? Not X-rated. Uh, So I'm probably so yeah. So I guess I could get better at doing this, but this is episode 1.
Give yourself more credit, man. I think you're doing pretty good.
Really, considering.
Considering how goofy you can be, yeah, you're not bad.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to Hope Mill, North Carolina for the Walmart Shuffle. The one thing I don't like about Walmart is they implemented this.
Sucks.
Well,
Be straight out on us. They suck.
They do to a point, but.
Hold it a minute. The grocery store, I don't mind Walmart. But DC's themselves, they
Well,
suck.
the reason they suck is because they implemented this BS thing where you can't show up until the day of your drop, or it's a service fee, or they charge the shipper.
Who wants to see me get my license?
Who wants to see my wife get her CDL and drive a truck? That would be hilarious.
I could never see myself driving one of these.
No.
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 I'm too chicken shit, to be honest.
It's not that hard. If I could do it.
Well, that's because you got a set of balls and you don't give it.
Well, I grew up around trucks. They don't scare me. I mean, this is like. So I'll tell you guys about a friend.
Wait. It's not the truck drivers that scare me. It's the psychotic idiots around the trucks.
Well, that's because you got to learn how to read traffic. Once you learn how to read traffic, it's not so bad. And then you know how to dodge them.
I'll be honest. My mouth and my temper would get me fired.
Oh, trust me. I've blown this air horn and went like that before, plenty of times.
I've stuck my finger out the window a few times too for him, so. Ooh. Did I just say that?
Yes.
Oops. Ignore that, everybody. The goofy wife.
So, yeah. So, yeah, I mean, if y'all like this, let me know. If you want to, us to cover a specific topic, we can. I really do think that getting these illegals out of the trucks and off the roads is the best thing. Our pay is going up, capacity is tightened, and yeah, I really think that's a good thing. So, and your goods are getting to the destination in one piece instead of being scattered all over the interstate.
So the next time somebody complains about a truck driver, zip it, zippy.
That's right. So, well, damn, we're going 38 minutes.
I'm sorry, I couldn't contain my mouth over here.
You
see the other, give me the bunny ears.
No.
Please. One bunny ear.
How about I set up the camera over here looking at you?
You can kiss my butt. Sorry, I had no filter.
David Kelly. How you doing?
Who the heck is that?
He's the guy that was watching the show. Or I should say the train wreck that's going off, getting derailed.
Hey, you just said I had to keep my phone muted. You didn't say I had to keep my mouth shut. To keep my comments to myself.
Hey, you're the one that, wanted, so.
I'm just trying to make my thinking up. Nah, you're doing pretty good.
Comedy hour. I was featured on
That's all, folks.
I was featured on OOIDA's podcast about driving with one arm and stuff, and that was an interesting experience. Well, I think we came, we saw, we conquered. We've been on here for 40 minutes. I think we had a pretty decent turnout. I mean, if you like this content, let me know. If you guys got any ideas of what you want to do in the next episode, shoot them in the comments below. We'll see you next time. And like always, keep the greasy side down, the shiny side up. We'll catch you on the flip side. We
Peace.
gone. Bye bye.